Okay, today we're in the Parisian again, and I think today what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk the Parisian and I'm going to talk about I love Macau, but if I was to live in other places, I'll just kind of maybe go down a list of places that I wouldn't mind living, and I'll explain a little bit about that, and I'll show you the Parisian at the same time. Go check out the room. Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and hit the like button. Okay, here we are at the Parisian. So a lot of times I try to do different topics. Sometimes I just show the place. Today we're just going to go through the food court and we're going to angle out of here and you get to see the Parisian. It's pretty quiet. It's COVID era. The music might block this, but we're going to take the risk of that anyways. Okay, so we're going to talk about top places that I'd be interested in living in. The inspiration of this is because, you know, here we are in the Parisian. There's a lot, the world is big. People that look at travel related videos are often dreaming of maybe visiting them or relocation. As far as me, I'm basically a perpetual expat. I've been an expat outside the United States since 1996, with a couple exceptions when I went back to the United States for 1 year and 2 years out of the 24-year period. So basically I've been 21 years abroad, and usually Japan, Korea, Macau, Brazil, Europe, but most of the time in Asia, mass majority of the time. Okay, and I actually love Macau, and I don't think I'm going to go anywhere, but you know, as an expat, you know, we have these choices and these options, and I constantly meet people that have lived in different places, and I have as well, and so I'm just going to explore that topic today. Okay. And I hope that music doesn't stop my video, but... Okay, so let's get started. So actually Macau is great. I'll give you a couple reasons. It's just really well located. I can get all over Asia easily from here. There's an international airport. The jobs pay well. I pretty much have all positive things to say about Macau. So I don't think I will be relocating anytime soon. Actually, I have no plan to do that. But this is a hypothetical, and based on today, you know, I might change my mind about different stuff later. So, okay, let's get started. So number one, well, I'm gonna have to say Hong Kong. Hong Kong is kind of similar to Macau with a lot of the same benefits, and it's just a cool city. I just really love Hong Kong just as much as I love Macau, and I love the fact that I can be in Macau and get so close to Hong Kong. And actually in some ways living in Macau is just as good, except in this COVID era when we can't go to Hong Kong. So then it's like makes you realize, you know, how much I wish I had access to that city. You know, I'm so close to it. It's like, what is it, 30 kilometers away, and I can't get to it because of COVID. So so yeah, definitely it's basically the same region, right? Hong Kong. So that would be one. Let's just see which way we're gonna go. Okay, let's get a little bit further away. So Macau, Hong Kong, of course. A little bit further away would be, let's see, let me just take a look at this. Everything's kind of closing, it's a Sunday night. It's beautiful, wow. Really nice little courtyard here. It's beautiful. Yeah, actually this is a great place, you can just sit here, have this whole place to yourself. Bring your computer, bring a laptop, bring your book. Yeah, it's beautiful. Look at that. Actually, the sky in Macau was like this the other night. I was filming outside, and maybe you'll see some of those videos, or you already have. And it was kind of like that night sky in Macau. It was incredible. There's a food court that I was just at. Okay, let's get into number. So I guess Macau, Hong Kong would be 1 and 2, I guess, right? And let's just kind of expand a little bit further. So the next closest place to here. That's the other thing I really like about here is like we can get to other places very quickly. I could do. Actually, to be honest, almost anywhere in Southeast Asia is good. I'm gonna say I'll list Thailand because Thailand's about 2 hours away. And actually Thailand, I'll give you some reasons that I really like Thailand. For one, it's has that same kind of stuff that I like in Macau and Hong Kong, it's Buddhist. You can use chopsticks. I kind of like chopstick culture with that's pretty cool in here too. Speaking of chopsticks culture, here's some Japanese restaurant kind of cool stuff. Yeah, whenever I go to Thailand, it just feels, it's so cheap, but it's so like relaxed and chill, and I think it'd just be just a really easy place to just, for someone like me who's lived abroad a long time and is used to hearing non-English all the time. It might be harder for other people, but for me, I really like that a lot. So so I could definitely see myself living in Thailand easily, very easily. So that would be, I guess that'd be number 3. And then we're going to expand a little bit further away, and I'll try to keep going further away on this one to different places. I've definitely entertained the idea of the Philippines. We're in the Philippines. I need to get to Baguio again. It's been a while. It's up in kind of a mountain town. I kind of like that, except that I don't really like cold too much, but I like mountains a lot. I've visited most cities in Philippines, and they all kind of have their own little thing. I think I kind of like the islands more, and I also kind of like Manila, believe it or not. Not Manila, I like Makati and areas around there. So what's that other one called? Taguig. So so that's definitely up in there in the running. I'm not as fond of the food, but there's actually all kinds of international foods that you can get there, so it's not a deal breaker at all. Okay, let's get a little bit further out. So Indonesia, I really like Indonesia a lot too. So it's just as I just really like the people. Filipino people are pretty cool too, actually, but Indonesian people are also just really friendly, and I don't know, just visited there again. I've been there a few times. I've been to the Philippines many times. I've been to Thailand many times. I've been to Hong Kong countless numbers of times, and but one of the things I really like about Indonesia, I guess I've only been to that particular one 3 times, and I just really I can see myself living there. But there's some negatives, same negatives as Philippines has, is that you can't really walk around the cities very easily like you can in Thailand and Hong Kong and Macau. I really prefer to be able to walk around cities comfortably without having to have a car. I kind of feel like Philippines and Indonesia are places that are very car dependent, depending on where you live, of course, but just in general, like I've walked across Thailand or Bangkok on a regular basis. Like I'll walk across the city a couple hours and just love it. Trying to walk across Manila, no, you can't really do it in Jakarta, no. But I like those countries a lot. I like the people a lot. Okay, let's go on to another one. I will mention I also like places like Cambodia and Vietnam. I could definitely put those up there too. They could go on and off the list randomly as well, so I have nothing against them. Let's go a little bit further out. But I guess you can see that I definitely like this region of, let me see how we can get out of here. We're gonna go out into see the thing. It looks like we have to go this way. So, okay. So we're gonna walk down the Kotai Strip. So, okay. So you're gonna you're seeing Parisian and kind of hearing. Okay, so let's go a little bit further out. Japan. I lived in Japan already. I felt like I could have easily just stayed there and just continued to live there. I don't really have the desire to go back anytime soon, but I definitely would be happy if I did. But I don't have the plan to do so. I think I'd rather live in Southeast Asia. But the only reason really being is there's like 2 drawbacks of Japan. One of them is really obvious. It's the expenses. It's way more expensive than Southeast Asia. But on the other hand, it's like really high quality everything. So, but I don't really need all high quality everything. But just even the food is just like amazing, top notch in Japan. Love it. But the other downside of Japan is that they don't have heating. Like the heating is really poor. It has a high technology country, but the way they heat their housing is horrible. You're just like freezing cold for 5, 6, 7, 8 months out of the year. And I don't know. Anyways, Those are the only two downsides. So everything else about Japan is like super positive. Okay, let's branch out further away. I guess there's all kinds of places that I don't want to say reasons of why I wouldn't want to go anywhere, because anywhere you go, there's always going to be positives that you like. But I'm going to venture out much further, and I think in a general, I do like Asia quite a bit. I have visited some places in, I visited this one island called Reunion Island. It's out in the South Pacific. It's kind of part of Africa, but also kind of mixed with India and France. And that island was amazing. Like, I don't think it'd be easy to live there, because there's zero English there. And it's very expensive as well. It's kind of like Hawaii, but but man, that island was so cool. Really loved it a lot. Yeah, Reunion Island. It's probably one of the most amazing places I've ever been. And I also throw in Hawaii as a place that I wouldn't mind living. But I think both Reunion and Hawaii have the same issues. They're little islands, and they're expensive, and they're also hard to travel from. You know, so if I was to live in Southeast Asia, I have access to a lot of places to travel and go anywhere I want. But you know, living in like an island out in the middle of nowhere like Hawaii or Reunion Island, as cool as they are, might be hard for someone like me who really craves travel quite a bit. And I don't want expensive travel. You know, like Southeast Asia, you can travel really easily, and it's you know, way cheaper than other places, and with just high quality everything, like amazing food, amazing people, really safe. It's almost all positives in my mind. Okay, let's venture out a little bit further. I have lived in South America before, so for a while I used to kind of dream about South America. I don't really think about it as much anymore. Maybe because I spent so much time in Asia. But I think there was one place that I haven't been to that I really want to get to, and that's Puerto Rico. And Puerto Rico, I think because it's similar to the same thing as Reunion and Hawaii, that makes me very interested about Puerto Rico. So I just kind of think, oh man, you know, as an American, I could get a land or anything I want, you know, legally, easily. But I haven't been to Puerto Rico to really know that I really like it or not. But when I do follow YouTubers on Puerto Rico, and I'm just kind of really intrigued by how beautiful the island looks. So so I think that would probably rank up there as a place that I haven't been, but that I need to get to and just kind of check it all out. Okay, we're kind of exploring. This is Cotai Strip now. So yep, that's the Parisian Studio City, way in the corner there. Venetian, this is the shops between them. This is where the future Londoner is going to be. This little strip that's called Sands. City of Dreams is over there. And then in the background, you can see the sign for MGM way over there. And then Wind Palace is over there too. So I'd have to bike over here, so we're going to go get that in a minute. And then let's see, where else? Another area I'm pretty interested in too is East Africa. And I haven't really explored much. I have been to Kenya and Ethiopia, and I really like the Kenyan people are so amazing, and they speak English. So I was like, oh, that's really that was one place that seemed interesting to me. But actually, what I really like is Ethiopia, and I'm really intrigued by Eritrea. I haven't been to Eritrea, but I have been to Ethiopia twice, and it's like it's kind of cool because they got their own unique language, their own unique culture, religion, Orthodox Christianity kind of thing, with their own like monks and priests and structure that's completely separate from Catholicism or Protestantism, but in connections to Israel. I don't know, something about it's really interesting. So I definitely want to keep visiting there, and I think that's an area that I think I would really enjoy being some guy that would just, you know, go and make YouTube videos in Ethiopia, and you know, really getting to know such a beautiful culture like that. And Eritrea is kind of similar, has similar culture to Ethiopia, but totally but it's so unique. The cities are amazing there. Like just I haven't visited Eritrea, but I'm just really intrigued by that. Anyways, I think I should just end right there. So I guess you could maybe create some discussion and thoughts about that stuff if you want. Okay, we'll just end there. I don't want this video to be super long.